Darkness, complete and utter blackness in a vast cold garage. The air is thick with the scent of high-octane fuel and new rubber, a sacred perfume for those who worship at the altar of speed. Then there's this sudden flash. Two piercing beams of light cut through the gloom like angry eyes, illuminating a shape so aggressive, so utterly purposeful. It seems less like a car and more like a predator that's just been disturbed from its slumber. You can almost feel the air growing heavy, charged with a palpable sense of menace. It's an unspoken warning, a promise of the biblical power that lies dormant within its sculpted form, just waiting for the command to unleash hell. A button is pressed, not a key turned. That's far too quaint. A deep guttural cough shatters the silence, followed by a thunderous roar that seems to shake the very foundations of the building. This isn't the refined purr of a European aristocrat. No, this is the bellow of a bare-knuckle brawler spoiling for a fight. The engine settles into an impossibly lumpy, menacing idle, each pulsation a heartbeat of pure, unadulterated V8 violence. This isn't just a car coming to life, it's an event, it's a declaration of war on everything sensible and sanitized in the modern automotive world. This is the Ford Mustang GTD, and it has arrived not to make friends, but to conquer. The light flickers across its impossibly wide body, revealing surfaces that have been chiseled by the wind itself. Every vent, every crease, every single line is there for one reason, and one reason only, to dominate a racetrack. The silhouette is familiar. Yeah, it's a Mustang, but it's a Mustang that's been fed a steady diet of steroids, carbon fiber, and pure rage. Let's be honest, the original Mustang of 1964 was not a supercar, it was a secretary's car. A brilliant idea, mind you, taking the humble Falcon and dressing it up in a sharp suit, making it affordable and achingly cool. It created a whole new category, the pony car, and America went completely mad for it. It was a symbol of freedom, youth, and optimism. But it wasn't until a certain Texan chicken farmer named Carroll Shelby got his hands on it that the Mustang discovered its true calling. He stuffed a massive engine in it, stiffened it up, and sent it to the racetrack to teach the European thoroughbreds a lesson in brute force. Through the decades, the Mustang has been a cultural chameleon. It was the hero car in Bullitt, chasing a Dodge Charger through the streets of San Francisco in what's probably the greatest car chase ever filmed. It was a muscle car icon in the 70s, a downsized, slightly asthmatic runabout during the oil crisis, and then a V8-powered hero again in the 80s and 90s. It has been a constant presence in American life, a thread running through pop culture for 60 years. It represents something deeply American, the idea that you can start as something simple and, with enough hard work and a very large engine, become an absolute legend. The transformation, however, has never been this extreme. We've had fast Mustangs, of course. The Shelby GT 500S have been monstrously powerful machines capable of embarrassing cars costing twice as much. But they were always muscle cars at heart, brilliant in a straight line, but a bit of a handful when confronted with a corner. They were hammers, designed for blunt force trauma. The GTD is different. This is a scalpel. You simply cannot mistake the GTD for a regular Mustang, and that is entirely the point. Your eyes are immediately drawn to the rear, where a gigantic hydraulically controlled rear wing sits proudly on the boot lid. It's not there for show, like some aftermarket monstrosity bolted onto a hatchback. This is a genuine downforce-generating piece of active aerodynamics, mounted on swan neck pylons that look like they've been stolen directly from a GT3 race car. Then you notice that almost the entire car is made from the stuff of dreams, carbon fiber. The bonnet, the front wings, the roof, the boot lid, all are woven from this lightweight, ultra-strong material to shed every possible kilogram. The body is wider, more muscular, with huge vents carved into it to channel air where it's needed most, for cooling the massive brakes, for feeding the voracious engine, and for gluing the car to the road. It's a symphony of functional aggression. Look closer at the wheels. They aren't just big, they are magnificent pieces of engineering. You can have forged aluminium, or for the truly committed optional magnesium wheels, the sort of thing usually reserved for top-tier motorsport. The aggressive front splitter, the vented front wings that reduce air pressure in the wheel wells, the deep rear diffuser that sucks the car to the tarmac. It's all part of a comprehensive aerodynamic package. This isn't just styling, it's science. Underneath that vented carbon fiber bonnet lies the source of the GTD's apocalyptic soundtrack, a supercharged 5.2-litre V8 engine. This is not just any V8, It is a bespoke hand-built monster engineered with a single goal to produce an obscene amount of power. Ford is targeting over 800 horsepower, which honestly is a number that used to be the exclusive domain of hypercars with seven-figure price tags. All that colossal power is sent to the rear wheels through a component you would never expect to find in a Mustang: a rear-mounted, 8-speed dual-clutch transaxle. Placing the gearbox at the back of the car, connected to the engine by a carbon fiber drive shaft, is pure racing practice. Ford is openly aiming for a sub-7-minute lap time at the Nürburgring-Nordschleife. That is territory occupied by the likes of the Porsche 911 GT2 RS and the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. It's an audacious goal that demonstrates just how serious Ford is about this car's capabilities. To handle this performance, the GTD is fitted with some of the most advanced suspension ever seen on a road car. It uses a push-rod-actuated system, where the dampers and springs are mounted inboard and controlled by push rods and rocker arms, just like a Formula One car. Now we come to the price. The Mustang GTD will cost around $300,000, or roughly £240,000 in proper money. When you compare it to its intended rivals, the price suddenly starts to make a strange kind of sense. A Porsche 911 GT3 RS, a Lamborghini Huracan Technica, a Ferrari 296 GTB, these are the cars in the GTD's crosshairs. Inside, the cabin is a blend of familiar Mustang architecture and hardcore racing functionality. Optional to 3D printed titanium paddle shifters taken from the F-22 Raptor fighter jet program add to the sense of occasion. As the sun begins to set, casting long shadows across the tarmac, the GTD pulls away. The V8 roar echoes across the landscape, a defiant, untamed sound that is pure Americana. It carves a path toward the horizon, its massive wings silhouetted against the orange glow. This car is more than just a collection of carbon fiber and horsepower. It is a statement of intent. It's proof that America can still build something wild, something ambitious, and something that can take on the very best in the world and just maybe beat them. The Mustang GTD is not just America's wildest supercar, it's a legend reborn.